Okay, it's me. I was trying to get my camera well fixed. Anyway, so I purposely came online today because I have something that is bothering me. So I said I was going to come online to talk about it, and I hope so many people will be able to see as in live video. When I finish, hopefully it should pop up on my videos. So I had a concern like few days ago about this discrimination act and the racist act. So I said I was going to come and talk about it online because I feel if at a very small as in age and at a tender age, as a parent, there's nothing you could actually teach your children but for them to be a racist and be discriminative. I think it's quite worrisome because what the world is tending towards right now is something else. So I had as in an issue with a small child of, let me say, age 6 or probably 6 going to 7 or 7, telling a fellow student that the tissue paper the student is holding is already stained with black because she is a black girl. What actually bothered me the most, or what actually gave me a big concern about it, that at a very small tender age like that, at that age, that child has such as an act. So I wonder what the parents have been telling such children and what they have been putting in their mind at a very tender age, you know. And with the way the world is going, if we don't speak up now and let's tame this thing, it will even get more worse at the end of the day. And year in, year out, we'll begin to have as in more children falling into this category of a discriminative act. Because these are children that they have pure minds, pure intention, good heart. They don't know what these things are, except we, the parents, are actually teaching them what these things are. So if at age 6 or age 7, such child could have such mind, if I put it that way, so that means that the parents have been teaching such child to be discriminative or to be a racist right from his very child. You know, childhood is meant to be enjoyed by these children. Can we just please stop putting this racist as in acts and this discriminative acts into these children's life? Let them enjoy their childhood. You know, this world is a very small, as in a very small space, and yet let everyone just live peacefully. You know, I miss those times when it wasn't as bad as this, that it was just between adults. But now it's not getting so bad that the children also have started as in this act being passed on from their parents, which is something that is so displeasing. Yes, because if how we teach my children how to love, how to care for people, and I'm teaching them not to be discriminated irrespective of the color of the person. And you as a parent, all you can do is just for you to teach your children how to be discriminative, how to be a racist. I think it is even unfair on the parts of the child that you're actually teaching to be a racist. Yes, it's unfair because you are even depriving that child of his or her childhood as a parent. Because if the child wants to maybe play or mingle with a black child, because of what you have put inside of the child, because of what you have done, because of what you have said, they cannot mix as a child, and you deprive them of their childhood if you don't know as a parent, which is unfair. And these are the things that brings about later on in life. You see that these children are depressed, they have self-esteem, they have mental health issues and all that, because you do not know, maybe the person that will help your child during this time is even a black child, but because you have put in them as a parent, you have made them a racist from the beginning of their childhood, when they are supposed to get helping hands from other children, whether it's a black child or a white child, they cannot mingle with such children. Because of what? Because of what you have put into them, because of what you have told them as a parent. And that's when you see that these children, they tend to have mental health issues, they tend to have depression, they tend to have um, low self-esteem and every other thing. Apart from the child that they they are being discriminative to, which will also affect the other child if the parents of the other child do not take it into consideration on time and put it into act as in on time. It will also affect the two children, not just one child. It will definitely affect the two children. So we as parents, when you are teaching your children all this discriminative behavior, all this racist behavior, can we please just put these children in mind? These children are just too young to go through these things. These children, their hearts are too timid to go through these things. Instead of you teaching them how to be a racist, how to be discriminative, why don't you teach them how to love, how to care for, as in for other people, so that when they need care, when they need a support system, they don't look at the person they are supposed to go to that it's a black as in person. Because as bad as it is for a child, even when they need help in the clinic or maybe any other sector apart from the school, and it is a black person that is there, let's take for instance, so that means you are depriving that child of him or her getting the adequate information or care that the child will need. As a parent, I'm coming out today, can we just please stop these acts and stop putting in bad energy into these children? Let them enjoy their childhood. They are too young to get these things into their heads. Please. That I'm making this video because I know what some children are going through right now. Some children have passed through a lot that they don't even have anybody to talk to. And you as a parent, that you are even telling them, you are making these children, you understand, as in to become a racist or being discriminative. You don't even have the adequate time for them. So then why put in such bad energy for them that they can't even get help from any other person? You know, this world, let's try and love each other, care for each other, to make it a better place for every one of us to live. These things have been going on year in, year out. I believe that by now it should always get better. But instead of it to get better, it's getting worse every day, every time, year in, year out. And you know, what really surprised me most is that people that actually talk about racism or racist or discriminative acts are the ones that actually put, as in, they are the ones that are actually doing these things. It's unfair on the part of the children. If the elderly ones are doing it, can we please just stop putting these things into the mind of these children and let them live a life? Let them live a normal life. Don't let them live a life that is filled with hatred, that is filled with hurt already. Can we just stop this? Okay? You know, it's time for every parent, maybe to keep reading or to keep getting being trained to see how these acts have really affected these children. You might not even be alive as at when it will affect that child that you have put in that racism system in him or her. You might not even be alive. You know, so let them live a free life. They are young. Because it baffles me if a child that is 5 years, 6 years, 7 years are already having these acts of racism, if not for what their parents have told them, if not for what their parents have said concerning black people or white person, because this has to do with both sides. If you're a black person and you are teaching your child to be a racist against a white child, it's unfair. If you're a white person and you are teaching your children to be a racist to a black child, it's unfair. It's unfair on both parties, both the child you are teaching and the child that is being discriminated. So please, let's stop this act now. Thank you. I hope this my video will help. I know that some people that are racist already will never say anything wrong with this video or what I have said in this video. But let our racism, please, let it stop with the adults. Don't involve these young ones. Don't involve the children into this act. All right? Thank you.